Well, I started off down at Road 250 by the North Fork Clearwater, the last place that I stopped during my 15-mile walk from Hoodoo Pass. And now I've made my first hurdle on this hike, Deception Saddle, elevation 4,600. I am heading towards Old Kelly Creek Work Center, and there's a campground down there.
Well, good morning. I walked 24 miles yesterday. The camera died right after I started, and I just now found a battery this morning. Looking at the bridge there over, crossing over the North Fork Clearwater, coming over here to, where the heck am I? I am at, okay, Weitas Creek Campground. That's where I'm at. That's how your brain works after a 24-mile day walking. And I have this little campsite here by the river. It's a little bit clearer view of the bridge. I missed some great shots yesterday. Wish I'd have tried this battery sooner, but the camera's working for now. We'll see how long it holds out. Weitas Creek Trail number 20, that's going to take me south towards Liz Butte. And there's the sign for Weitas Creek Campground. Bridge over the North Fork of the Clearwater. So look at the North Fork of the Clearwater. I'm standing in the center of the bridge, and make a turn here. I see the confluence of the North Fork of the Clearwater with Weitas Creek. Weitas Creek is what I'm going to be following for probably almost all of today on my way up towards Liz Butte. And this is the start of trail number 20. Okay, here we go. Weitas Creek Trail 20. Okay, well, it says I've come 8 miles now from the North Fork Clearwater River back that way, and I have come to a road here, which I think is Road 555, but there are no signs telling me which way to go. I think that way is a way I don't want to go, and the river is over this way, and I thought I heard a car door down that way, so hopefully I'll get a few directions. Okay, well, I found a sign that says Weitas Guard Station ahead. I had to come across Weitas Creek on a bridge, which puts me on, doesn't seem right, but the map seems to say that I'll go across to the other side later, so I guess I'll walk up here and see if there's anybody I can ask. Okay, well, this is the Weitas Work Center. Doesn't look like anybody's home at the moment. And I see a trailhead sign right down here. And here we go again. Okay, now I can see a pack bridge back across to the other side of Weitas Creek. And I just met a train of pack horses, a couple of guys leading them. And wish I would have filmed it, but at any rate, down to the bridge. Okay, and now over the bridge. Here's your sign. I almost walked by this. If it had not been visible from the trail, I would have. I sure hope this trail is cut out clear. It says it's 10 miles to Liz Butte. It's a little more than what I was figuring on, but it does say Trail 173, so that is the one I need. Well, I've been climbing for a good long while now, since I made the ford back there at Weitas Creek and Little Weitas Creek, and I'm climbing up to Weitas Ridge. I'm not sure which one of those two ahead may be Liz Butte, or maybe another mountain over on the other side of that I can't see yet. I'm guessing the one on the left, but I have guessed wrong before. But that is starting to take on the familiar side of the Lewis and Clark Trail. And now that I look a little closer, I almost envision I can see a cabin on top of that one in the fading sunlight. I've kind of been racing the daylight uphill, but so I keep having more light to walk with, but I am about done. I'm about cooked for today. I might go on a little bit further and see if I can find a semi-flat place to lay down. There's a look, first clear look at Weitas Butte lookout. You see my daylight is almost gone, but I keep eking out a little bit every bit I climb, and looking ahead I still have just a little bit up ahead. Really looking for a camp spot right now. I'll just have to fall a little bit short of Liz Butte and get up and hit it fresh in the morning. Well, I spent Sunday night in this meadow. The trail continues on up that way. I was a little anxious that there would be a lot of large animal traffic through here last night, but I don't remember hearing anything. Wow, I just spooked about 4 wolves. There was a loner that I saw back up the trail there. He ran off that way, and then I was coming over that little hump and I heard this woof and looked over, and there was 3 or 4 of them heading towards me about, I don't know, maybe 35, 40 feet. And they turned around and ran off into those trees. Wow, talk about getting your heart going. Still heading, Liz Butte is still somewhere off in this direction. Well, this definitely qualifies as a forest trail. Look at this thick, nasty stuff. I didn't think I was ever going to get here. They weren't joking about it being 10 miles back there to Weitas Creek. That was a tough, tough, tough climb. So somewhere up ahead here, I hope to hit the road. And here's where I came out onto the road. That way continues on up to Liz Butte, to the cabin and lookout, but I've had enough of climbing and I'm running behind on time. This way is to Sherman Peak, and now I'm following the actual real Idaho Centennial Trail, but I've made my link up now. This is road 560. Okay, now I've reached the Lolo motorway
also known as the Lewis and Clark Trail, also known as the Nimipu Trail to the Nez Perce and other Indian peoples. This is the road intersection. It says 4 miles back to Liz Butte. Seems a little further than what I had figured it, but it was a good walk coming from there. So now I am ready to travel east for 1.4 miles until I hit my trail that I need to take down to Wilderness Gateway. Okay, this is the turn to No-See-Um Meadows, and here I'm supposed to pick up Trail 203, the Sherman Creek Trail, going down to Wilderness Gateway Campground. 6.9 miles down and over 3,000 foot elevation drop. I know Tyler and Cody are waiting for me down there, and I am running behind. So after a bit of a rest, I'm going to hit the trail again. This is a relief to find this trailhead sign. It says Sherman Creek Trail number 203, Lochsa River 8 miles, and doesn't look like a whole lot of a trail, but this is my road. Taking a little rest stop here beside Sherman Creek. After I cross over, then it stays on my right side the rest of the way down. And we're looking at the other side of Sherman Peak now. Supposedly that's the point up there where Lewis and Clark came up there and they saw all the way into Washington. They saw that the mountains were going to end, and they knew they were going to live through the mountains. So they were very happy to find this place. I'm very happy to be leaving it in my rearview mirror. I probably better get a vantage shot here, as I'm probably not going to get another one this good. But the trail's just going to keep going down and down into that drainage. The Selway River is still way down there. Alright. It was a long 8 miles down. I am coming into the trailhead. Sherman Creek Trailhead. Woo! Connected on the ICT between Hoodoo Pass, Highway 12, parts beyond. Trailhead sign, Sherman Creek. That's where I came out. Doesn't look like much. Wilderness Gateway Campground. That way. Now I have to see if Tyler and Cody have given up on me.
Well, it's Tuesday morning. I did survive the wilderness, and I did find Tyler and Cody at Wilderness Gateway, and we are here at Trout Creek Campground in Montana, about 18 miles from Hoodoo Pass. We have a moose. On Dasher, on Dancer, on Prancer and Vixen. It's just running straight down the road. It's like, dummy, if you get off the road. Here we are at Hoodoo Pass, looking into Idaho. That's ICT going towards Fish Lake. Looking back into Montana. It's looking north. Well, we made it back up to Road 255 where I started this 73-mile hike of mine, and the Saturn is still here, and it is completely covered in dust. from being parked next to this road. This is truly an off-road Saturn, the world's only off-road Saturn. Look at this. So we're gonna wash it off as best as we can with our water, and maybe go down to a creek and pour a few buckets of water over it and try to get some of this dirt off.